guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. We are here in California in the 2024 Integra Type S, and guess what? I'm not alone. I have one of the main product planners for this Acura Integra Type S. It's none other than Jonathan Rivers. Jonathan.
Hey man, thanks for having me. This is what we've been waiting for.
This is what we've been waiting for. Having the car out and media people driving it. Hey. What does that feel like when you saw all the cars lined up at the hotel for us to get into?
Well, and to just see you guys, take off, to hear the pops and bangs, it was everything we hoped for. And honestly, again, when people came back to lunch to hear their impressions, it's great to see that people are enjoying the drive.
No, definitely. And I think the way that you guys have put the drive route together for us, I mean, here we are on this country kind of back road, and it's able to show the driving dynamics and the balance of the platform and everything in between.
Well, yeah, and I mean, admittedly, we're driving in Sport Plus right now, and this isn't great road surface. But it's great.
It's not beating you up like the Type R. If we were in my Type R, it definitely in Plus R mode would be more harsh of a ride.
No, and it's funny that you brought up the CTR, Joe. So like for us, where that goes, Plus R, Sport, Comfort, I think our Integra Type S, like our Sport Plus is kind of where Sport is on Type R.
That makes sense.
And so then our Sport mode is like Comfort on Type R. And then we have a Comfort mode that Type R doesn't really have. It's
no, exactly.
Extra level of, compliance.
I think that's perfect. And one of the things I think that I know you were very happy about that I said after I got done doing the first leg of the drive was, I don't feel like I'm in my Type R in this car. And I mean that in the best of ways.
Well, I mean, from the onset, we said internally, it doesn't make sense to make two Civic Type R's. No, so, even though we're using a lot of the same hardware and components, it's how you tune things. And again, the philosophy of, hey, we're going to be cheated, going after a different customer.
Of course.
And so you end up with a different product, right?
Now, just pulling away, the Integra Type S has a unique sound to it.
Yeah.
And what exactly did the team do to engineer that sound? Because the Type R, the Civic Type R doesn't have that unique sound.
So, admittedly, the first thing people see are the triple exhaust outlets out back, and they go, oh, this is the Civic Type R. Yeah. So, no, there are some fundamental changes, right? So there was a resonator, this chamber that was at the front of the exhaust that met the engine. We took that out.
Okay.
Also, even though it has an active exhaust valve like Type R, the tuning and the timing of when the valve opens and closes is unique to Type S. So through those changes and the engine tuning, that's how you get those, pops and bangs, right?
Very, very nice. Well, I don't know about you, but I know one thing that I've wanted to share with you for a very long time is going on throttle. So are you ready?
Let's get it.
All right, here we go. Second gear. On throttle.
Oh, man.
I just love the way this car it really grips so well.
Oh, man.
And, everybody's talking about you got to have all-wheel drive, but this shows that you don't need it.
You hit that turn and it just grips.
You got those wheels that are 19 by 9.5.
Oh man, and the sticky summer tires, right? Michelin Pilot Sport 4S, best in the business.
Definitely.
And there's actually a unique tread for the Integra Type S tire.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's actually different. We confirmed, and so it was met for this type of chassis setup. And like you said, the levels of mechanical grip are just amazing.
And I think another thing that's really, I think maybe a challenge, or maybe it helps, I don't know, you also helped along with the Civic Type R in some ways as well. So was that beneficial for you to make sure that what you were doing with the Integra Type S had that different feel and a little different personality to it?
Yeah, so I mean, it's funny. I mean, there were two different development teams, right?
Sure.
So there was the Civic Type R team, there's us and the Integra Type S team. But you know, at some level, we're working in parallel.
Of course.
You know, what are they doing?
What
we're doing, and so. But I think, you know, working closely with them and just having this amazing, you know, team of engineers, you know, guys that have worked on everything from old school Integras to S2000s to this now.
That's really cool.
You got a lot of experience.
That's really
there.
cool. Yeah, definitely. And it was interesting, I know, at dinner last night to hear from some of the engineers from Japan and hear their history with not only the brand, but, you know, talking about the S2000 engine and just everything from the 90s and where Honda was at, where Acura was at during that time period was really exciting to see as well.
No, and you know, as we're making this transition to electrification and EVs and stuff like that, something like this is still very unique, right? Very special, right? And so to be able to, you know, offer a 6-speed manual, limited slip, you know, have the lift gate, it's a really cool proposition.
And it's such a versatile vehicle. That's another thing, is that not only are you getting a performance vehicle, you're getting luxury touches that people are familiar with, that they get in an Acura, but yet they're also getting that immense versatility in the back with the cargo areas. It's
awesome. And you know, admittedly, I'm an audiophile, so you know, having the ELS, cranking that up, it's there's nothing better than that for me, having the music blasting and just hitting my favorite back road. So yeah.
And I assume you work for Acura. I know not everybody in the auto industry is a car guy, but I think, obviously I know you, but I think that you're one heck of a car guy as well.
Yeah, I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, I own Acuras,
of course,
own lots of products, but let's be honest, you know, throughout the years, I've owned things, you know, I lived in Japan. I had a Mitsubishi Evo back then. All right. So, but I
have the credentials. You have the car guy credentials, that's for sure.
Right. I mean, you know, so yeah, I've owned a lot of enthusiast products over the years, and so to like have it all culminate to this, yeah, it's really special.
Very cool. Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop you. All right. I think another thing that I like, and I think something that other people are gonna notice when they're behind the wheel, is just how nice that peak torque comes in and pulls and keeps pulling all the way through the rev range.
Yeah, and there's actually a big difference. So like what the team did is, it's really at like half wide open throttle, right? That's where you get this extra surge of torque and power that is programmed in, that isn't in the FL5. So, so it's this mid-range punch.
I think that's what's really giving me that different personality feel from this compared to my FL5.
Oh, especially on these little curves and back roads, you just blast out each and every one.
I think we need to go on throttle again. I really like the slow roll second gear, say right around 3,000 RPM.
Boost is ready.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
On throttle, here we go, all the way through. Nice. This is what it's all about.
It's so fun.
And she just hunkers down. I mean, really, really phenomenal. The brakes are wonderful. I hope I'm not giving you a heart attack yet.
Hey, I know you're a great driver.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
But you know what's great is that, you can be a good driver, but you have to have good equipment.
Yeah.
And this really gives you a nice variety of braking, the grip from the tires, how smooth this gearbox is.
The rev match.
I mean, with the automatic rev. I mean, look at this. Really feels great.
Yeah.
It just holds a line. I'm not white knuckling the steering wheel.
No.
It's super, super smooth.
Oh,
and I think that's what people tend to forget. They think that they need, 5,000 horsepower and all their problems are solved. But I think that the way that this car has been engineered to be so balanced is what allows you to feel confident, which allows you to push harder.
I think you nailed it on the head. It's like, look, I mean, again, people get so focused on horsepower when in actuality most people want torque. They want,
but they don't even know that.
I know,
right?
Yeah, and so it's that low end grunt and power that this car provides, and it's in these low speed situations where it just gives you that sucks you into your seat, and that's what just makes it fun.
No, and that's what driving a car like this should be, right? It should be fun. Nobody buys a car like this to just be bored.
No,
it's like you're engaged. You got a manual transmission. None of the competition from Audi, from BMW, from Mercedes AMG has the availability of a manual transmission for this competition at this price point.
No, and it was crazy because I actually started to look to see what would it take to get another like high performance manual sedan. You're jumping into the 70,000 at that price point.
And it goes up fast. I think that's the thing people tend to forget about, is that with these German Euro vehicles, you start checking off the boxes, and before you know it, you just added another 20 grand to the price of the vehicle. Easily. I mean, it's that crazy. What I want to do is, since we're on a bumpy kind of road, I kind of want to just show them I'm putting it into that custom individual setting where the suspension is going to be in comfort, and then we got pretty much Sport Plus for everything else.
All right, let's
just
do
to
it.
give them, and because I feel like this road is kind of telling on what they're going to feel on some of the chopped up stuff.
I can tell you already, it's night and day.
Yes, as soon as you roll on throttle, you feel it. Wow, what a difference.
Oh yeah, I mean, just the way the chassis is able to soak up the bumps, still give you very little, if no body roll. Yeah. But we're not, you know, breaking our backs.
Seriously. Yeah. And not like it was brake backing before, but you can tell that we were in Sport Plus mode.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's wasn't a surprise.
Yeah.
But I think this is really telling in how having those adaptive dampers to be able to go into comfort mode yet keep everything else in that Sport Plus sport setting is going to allow you to be able to tackle whatever the asphalt is doing.
No, absolutely. And again, with the, you know, the settings are unique to Integra Type S. Sure. And so that was the team's goal. You know, I got to give our engineering team, our design team a major shout out because they killed it.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
And like you were saying, even when I was rolling on throttle in that sweeper, it's not like I'm in a tugboat about to fall over. You know what I'm saying?
No, not at all.
I just love the way this gearbox is. I mean,
oh man, the acceleration is awesome.
It really, that torque is. They really tuned the KC20. I mean, it just the engine. Yeah. They tuned it just so right.
Well, it's funny because I'm looking over and I just see the numbers climbing really quickly. You got at least the head-up display, right? That's nice. You see it, right?
That is a nice, and that's another thing over the FL5 Type R. You don't get a head-up display.
Right, right. So yeah, there's those features, those premium touch points. Yeah. So
well, great, John. Well, John, I'm so glad that you were able to go on throttle with us finally on Rady's Rides.
No, I
know you've been wanting to do this, but thank you for not only being part of what Acura brings, but definitely being part of what we like to bring on Rady's Rides. We can't do it without you, and I know a lot of people are going to be chomping at the bit to be in the seat that I'm in right now.
I know, I want to get switch after
this. Right. But like always, guys, this is what we like to bring. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, leave it in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. We got to thank Jonathan.
Hey, no, thank you
for taking a ride with us.
Yeah, thank you, Joe.
And just like always, guys, we'll see you on the next ride.